Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Scarbrough. I live in Austin, Texas, and I'm a student pilot. I first want to say thank you to Hart Flying. I can't believe that I'm one of the finalists for this scholarship, and I feel so honored and grateful. I had a crazy thing happen this week. I passed my private pilot written exam, so I'm that much closer to getting my license. I have 2 solo cross countries left, and then it's just prepping for my check ride from there. Since starting flight training, I've had this new sense of passion and excitement that's come flooding in. I love flying. I love the feeling of just that freedom of being in the air and the accomplishment, that sense of accomplishment that you get from being a pilot. In addition, the community is so supportive, and it just makes me want to dive in and get involved. I'm proud to say that I'm a 99, and I've formed some great relationships with the EAA Chapter ladies. And it's because of them that I actually got this great opportunity to be an extra in a film for the Wasps. Those ladies are such an inspiration, and I feel like it's so important to keep their legacy going and to continue education, mainly for kids and in particular girls, to get them involved in aviation and want to become pilots. I started gymnastics when I was 7, and I loved it. I progressed through the levels pretty quickly and reached the elite status at age 12. It was like a full-time job. I was working out 38 hours a week, 6 days a week, sometimes twice a day. But I had dreams of being an Olympian, and so I knew I needed to work for it, so I did. My gym at the time, called Sega, didn't have that elite experience, so I found another gym, and unfortunately, it was shortly after I started training there that the true nature of the coaches came out. It was fear-driven instruction, screaming, forced training, even with significant injuries. It was a really emotionally and physically abusive situation. I remember my coach grabbing my face one day and threatening me, and at that point I had had enough. I didn't last much longer after that. It was 2 years and I was done. I was burnt out. I dreaded going to the gym, so I contemplated giving up. I took 3 months off, and I realized I didn't want to finish gymnastics just on a bad experience. I went back to Sega, and my passion was just instantly reignited. And before long, I was standing next to some of my heroes, like Shannon Miller and Dominique Moceanu from the 1996 Olympics, competing right next to them. When I first started flying, I thought that this was just going to be a hobby, but that changed after the very first lesson. One of my goals now is to become a flight instructor, which would allow me to combine 2 of my favorite things, aviation and teaching. I've been teaching gymnastics for over 10 years, and I managed a competitive team here in Austin. Becoming a CFI would allow me to be able to share my passion and appreciation that I have for aviation. After my CFI and CFII, my next major long-term goal is to become a captain for a major airline. This scholarship would get me on a quicker track to becoming a CFI, helping others by doing what I'm passionate about, and also raising that very small percentage of women airline pilots. When I find something that I love, I get very determined to see things through. I don't get easily knocked off course. And when I come upon challenges, I learn from them. When I experienced that negative, fear-driven gym, I was able to reassess the situation, take a breather, and understand that those experiences didn't have to define me or what I did. But it was from that negative experience, I decided I wanted to be an instructor. I wanted to help others attain their goals in a positive and safe environment. And it's exactly that mind frame that I've used with my current athletes and staff. And we have a very highly reputable team. The last 2 years, we've had 10 gymnasts rank in America's Top 100. But results aside, the biggest compliment that I've had was from a judge when we were at a competition. She said that our gymnasts look really happy and that they really enjoy what they're doing. And that, to me, reaffirms that we're doing our jobs right and focusing on what matters most: happy, successful athletes. And that is exactly what I want to bring with me as a flight instructor. I plan on having my PPL done by mid-October, weather permitting, and this scholarship would help me stay on track for that and then continue on to get my IFR rating and tailwind endorsement immediately after, which I anticipate having by May of 2019. I will continue to work full-time as a gymnastics coach, and in addition, I'm taking on extra hours doing private lessons and choreographing routines, all to help move me forward towards obtaining my rating and my goals of becoming a flight instructor and a captain for a major airline. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to meet and connect with most of y'all someday in person. See y'all later.